two former Celtics were on the move. Doc Rivers joining the Bucks, and then Terry Rozier
so confused
joining the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are making a fan out of me, man.
Oh my God.
Jaime Jaquez, my Central American brother.
He's him.
And now Terry Rozier. I mean, have I not been talking to y'all about Terry Rozier?
You have.
for 2 weeks.
Terry Rozier is the perfect Miami Heat player. I think this was a great trade. I mean, he's having the best season of his career. This year, he's shooting 53.3% inside the arc. His field goal percentage in the paint is 55%, and his mid-range is at 48%. Those are career highs. 39% pull-up shooter, fifth best amongst 28 players on 100 attempts. One of the best pull-up three-point shooters in the league. 48.2% from pull-up. 12th out of 52 players on 100 attempts. And this is the most impressive stat of them all. He's yielding 1.11 points per possession on 7.6 pick and roll and ball handle opportunities this season.
Pretty good.
Which is the second best mark in the league, only behind Tyrese Halliburton. The Heat are an offense that is in the 20s in terms of offensive rating. They need an injection of scoring and playmaking. Terry Rozier does that. They embrace this underdog mentality. We're not supposed to be here, but we're going to beat you anyway. And I think that represents Terry Rozier.
I feel like that's gone.
You think that's
that
gone?
underdog mentality is gone.
I don't think it
You
is.
went to two finals with this duo of Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Let's throw trio because of Spo.
I think the perception is gone, but I think the mentality will always be there for them.
Agreed.
That's
fair.
how they built their culture.
It's because we're looking at the Celtics. We understand that this is just a juggernaut of a squad. Damon and Giannis are together. Embiid is on his way to another MVP, it seems like.
Yeah.
But you just can't disrespect.
They could beat Philly in the Bucks.
They could beat anyone. They legitimately
They
can
shouldn't beat the Celtics.
They shouldn't.
But
I'm just going off what his. That's what I'm saying.
They
That's
just
what I'm
have
saying.
players with the mentality. Jaime Jaquez passed up on
sure.
more than 10 teams. And then he's, a top 4 rookie right now.
Very good statement because Jimmy Butler in his own right, the Sixers
Yeah.
didn't want to extend the contract to him. Fair enough.
They all have that type of mentality, and I think Rozier fits that. It's been a while since we've seen him in a playoff setting, and when he was in a playoff setting, he was amazing for the Celtics.
I miss him every
This
day.
is
When he got blocked by LeBron.
He did go like 0 for
He got
10
fouled.
at Game 7 or whatever.
That was a
No,
foul.
no, he did not.
Look that play up right now. Like, look it up.
I've seen it
That
multiple
was a foul. He
times.
smacked his hand. He didn't hit
No,
the
he
ball.
didn't.
Look it up.
That Game 7 was so
I'll happily,
nasty
for
him,
my
bro.
own pleasure, I'll happily
I need
leave
to-
it.
I need to see what
they
it
should have made the
was.
finals, man. They should have made the finals.
Choking a 3-2 lead.
Terry Rozier is an interesting player.
The 19-year-old Jason
Very
Tatum,
interesting
man.
player. I'm glad that you're a fan, though. Not playing with LaMelo this year, his numbers increased, because LaMelo didn't miss a shit ton of time, and he showed his worth and got dealt. And I think the deal in itself, Miami lottery protected 2027 and basically Kyle Lowry, so, essentially nothing and something, because if Miami does get that lottery pick, they get that pick in 2028 unprotected. So that's
Over
cool.
10
to
from
them.
3, Game 7.
Oh my god.
He was over 10?
Over 10 from 3.
Terry Rozier?
Game
Sounds
7
like
against
Trevor
the Cavs.
Ariza.
Yeah.
Now, the funny shit about this is LeBron blocked him. He does not get back on offense. He's just standing on the defensive side, just mean mugging.
That was a foul.
I'm looking at it right now. He 10,000% got the ball.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not.
Show Dels.
I'm surprised that he went 0 for 10.
If you want to say maybe on the stomach or that's really it, but it was all ball up top.
Foul, bro.
Terry Rozier for his career, he shoots 53.8% effective field goal percentage in the clutch. And that's the 6th best mark amongst 278 players with at least 259 field goal attempts in the clutch in the regular season and the playoffs. He has the highest EFG amongst every player that's a guard in the clutch in history. Well, since 96, 97 when they started tracking this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in the clutch, he's one of the best players.
So in all the guards that they were looking for, they brought in Kyle Lowry. DeJounte Murray was a potential spot
They
for
were
him.
flirting with Donovan Mitchell.
They wanted Donovan Mitchell.
Dame, of course.
Absolutely, Damian Lillard.
The answer
It all
was Terry
brought
Rozier.
them to Terry Rozier.
Terry Rozier.
Now I
Yo,
don't just.
Joel, they're calling this a block, bro. Just look at
It was a block.
Look where he hits him.
That's a block, bro.
That's
Yeah.
a foul, man.
Stop.
He barely hit the ball.
That's game 7?
Yes.
It's game 7, bro. That's not a foul.
Nah, I'm telling
I
you,
would've
and the
begged
best
for
part
that.
about that, LeBron is just not moving. Just
Oh, yo, come on.
He got
fellas.
80% ball.
No, he didn't.
That's a foul.
That's a
That
foul
angle's
as
moving.
fuck.
I didn't see the other
That
angle.
angle did
That's a
that.
foul
Wasn't
as
that?
fuck, bro.
Well, it's LeBron. You know they're not gonna have the
I
Celtics win
respect
Game
it,
7.
But it's a foul. But who am I?
I didn't see that angle. Wait, it was bad?
It was foul spot.
Okay.
Foul spot.
We're here though.
I'm dying at you saying I've seen it 100 times.
That angle specifically, the one that I showed
They won't show you that other angle.
The
though.
side angle I didn't see.
That's like the
Damn.
Timberwolves angle with the 3-point shot, man.
That one was close. That was a little wishy-washy.
How do we feel about a Rozier Harrow backcourt?
That's
in the
the
playoffs?
only question I have.
Buckets.
Is between Rozier,
I don't hate it.
Hero, Duncan. Like you're gonna have to figure out a way to make that all work. And if anyone could do it, it's Spo.
But what do you mean by that in terms of who's going to got it? I just feel like with Spo, automatically they'll have a defensive mindset instilled for sure. Bam Adebayo being one of the best defenders there, one of the best floor generals on that side of the ball too. I feel like they'll be able to lock in on that side of the ball regardless. I don't think Rozier's this cone of a defensive player. Tyler Hero, he's not a cone either.
The effort's there this year.
Yeah, for sure. But I think offensively, what the Miami Heat have been looking for has been that scoring guard on a consistent basis. Kyle Lowry, that's not really him. We know him more as that defensive player, at least for the Miami Heat and his facilitating. But with Rozier, you get a little bit of both in scoring and playmaking also. You're not getting that same level of defense on that side, but you've wanted that third option, that third scorer. Now, with the way that Hero has been playing since coming back from injury, you look for it to be Tyler Hero, but the last couple of times we've seen Hero in a playoff setting, he was injured, but then also the time before that really wasn't that good. So if Hero can take this level of play into the playoffs, you have Rozier be injected into this team as third, fourth option on some given nights. The Miami Heat are setting themselves up for a solid playoff run.
It's interesting. It really is interesting how much expectation is going to be placed on Terry Rozier because he's
Is
always
it this guy's fault?
No. It's as soon as he got to Miami. It's as soon as he got traded.
Steal. We got him for a
And I think it was.
This is way better than a Dame trade.
Yeah, listen, to go from Dame to we're getting Bradley Beal to possibly Drew to now Terry Rozier is a little crazy.
That's what I mean.
But Terry Rozier has definitely played well this year. Nobody's discrediting that. It's just now how would he look in a winning environment where you're not going to get the same amount of attempts. You're not going to get the same amount of touches with the ball. You got Jimmy, you got Bam, you got Harrow that got to eat. You got a functional, well-organized, offensive rotation, offensive team to where they play team ball, they play selfless ball. How are you going to fit into that? I think defensively he'll be fine. Long arms. He's a dog. He plays hard. He's efficient from all three levels this year. It's just about how can he – because you mentioned it. They have Jimmy, they have Bam. I think that's the duo. I think we can all agree.
For sure.
But if Hero and Terry can be those 3-4 guys on given nights, or maybe just collectively together be that number 3 option, it's a good thing. And they both can provide you multiple things. 3-point shooting from the 3-point line. You get the mid-range look. Terry can put pressure on the rim. It's just going to be interesting because you got teams like Philly, who Joel Embiid, Maxey, Tobias Harris. Then you got Boston. Then you got the Bucks. Will Rozier provide that insane jump? I don't know, but I'm excited to see how this looks. Yeah, foul as fuck.
It's close. It's
No, you're
close.
sick.
That side angle looks 100%
Yeah,
foul.
that side angle, he didn't hit the ball at all.
It took me the third replay to even semi think it was a
You're a
foul.
LeBron guy. Yeah,
What the fuck are you doing?
No, that last angle, bro, this last one right here. Ball!
It depends what angle you look.
That's
That
what I
one did look
mean.
clean, but the
Bro.
one Rip showed looked like a foul.
Bro,
I'm not
he
gonna
hit
lie.
straight palm, bro. But it's all right. It didn't get called.
If 3 of the 4 angles look like it's not a foul, hey.
Of course, the first angle is never going to look like it's a foul.
I said 3 of 4.
I'll go 2 for 2.
So 50%.
Side angle looks really bad.
The front on and the back angle, mwah.
The side angle looks
If one
fucking
angle
bad.
shows it's a foul, it's a foul.
Only one?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because sometimes you can't see a foul
The
from a
side
certain
angle.
angle.
No, That's
crazy?
The side angle's
I'm just
egregious.
laughing.
It's
Laughing at him,
egregious,
laughing
bro.
at me.
Listen, man, LeBron got away with a call.
It's LeBron. He gets away with a
It
lot.
was a nasty one.
It was lit though.
I've seen worse.
It was in the third quarter. It wasn't even that crazy.
I've seen
Buddy
worse.
Hield's
That's why I ain't
foul
mad at
on
it. I've
Jaylen
seen
Brown
worse.
this year. This move terrifies me. I'll be honest. Terry Rozier is one of the dogs.
He's gonna break their hearts. Come
You
playoff time.
instill fear into his heart.
Every Heat player.
I've always been a fan of Terry Rozier. Like
That's true,
of
that's
course,
true.
Boston
I put him on.
days-
No,
I'll
but
put
it's
him
just the
Whoa,
fact
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa, whoa.
no. Okay, Yep.
Scary Terry.
Terry,
I've been told you
he was
about
in
him.
Boston, bro. He was.
He
a
has the
pivotal
Scary
piece.
Terry shirt.
He was a pivotal piece.
Now I'm
you know
just
how it
fucking
was
with you.
back
Been in retirement for a minute.
The late 2010s.
Did you ever cop that shirt?
Move. I don't have a scary shirt. Nah.
That shirt is tough.
It is tough though. But this is a great move for Miami. You know, they needed somebody who could be a little microwave, who could get them 3-point shooting, who could play make. Like Terry Rozier is a great player. You know, I think a lot of the conversations about him being on the defensive side or lack thereof, which I think is a concern. But you got Spo there. That's the reason why you just gave him a record contract. He's the best coach in the NBA by far. You got Bam and Jimmy Butler to make up some of those deficiencies on the defensive side. But that's really the only question I have is you got Hero, who's been, you know, who's obviously going to be a big part of this team come playoff time. Duncan Robinson, who's apparently untouchable, and Terry Rozier. those are three dudes that you want to be in your balling. And I know, but I'm talking about defensively guys that could be liabilities. Those are three guys you want in that playoff rotation down the stretch. How is Spo going to figure that out? But outside of that, you got to love what this brings to Miami offensively. And then for the Hornets, I'm excited to see what this is going to open up for Brandon Miller. He's been on a little 3-game heater.
He's been balling.
I'm not going to say or lie to you.
Ironically, 12 straight points for the Hornets. Brandon Miller right now.
I've watched 2, maybe
he's
3
an
Hornets
all-star.
games.
Gonna be an all-star.
3 games in a row of 20.
But one of the games I watched.
Whoa.
He was disrespectful.
I thought Scoot would be better. That's it.
He's been, and also he is back.
He has been kind of bad.
Defensively, it's kind of ugly for Scoot.
He's small. He's a guard. He's a point. He's a guard.
I like both prospects, but you disrespected Miller.
All I did was say I like Scoot a lot more. That's all I said. Never disrespected him. I may have called out his bad run in the NCAA tournament, but never did I say he would be a bust.
Brandon
bust
Miller's
compared to
last 3
Scoot.
games.
I like Scoot.
27 points, 23 points,
been
24 points,
bugging.
11 to 13, 8 for
Against
17,
Minnesota,
8
he
for
took
14.
some crazy ass
He
shots.
hit some clutch shots.
He had a clutch pull-up midi that put
Oh
them
my
up 1, I want to
God.
say,
He's
in
a
that
bucket.
fourth quarter.
He's a bucket.
4 straight 20-point games.
He's been fantastic.
He's a
Oh, he's got
bucket.
20 tonight.
He got 23 tonight.
He's been fantastic for them.
You know, he outperformed some.
Every
some guy
Miami
that night.
Heat player gets a boost of like 20 attribute points in the playoffs.
They do.
So you know Rozier is
Where's
going to
Caleb Martin
really
this
play
year, man?
well.
I think he's hurt.
think
Eastern
he's
Conference
been hurt.
He's
MVP.
been banged up. He'll be ready for the playoffs though.
Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
So
I should
listen
say.
to this. Terry Rozier is 5th among shooting guards in PER. He's tied 5th with Anthony Edwards, is tied 5th with him.
Oh, midder.
He's over Desmond Bain. He's over Jaylen Brown. So, you know, the Heat are basically getting a Jaylen Brown level player
Basically.
for a first-round pick.
Ant-Man
and
level
Kyle
player.
Lowry.
It feels good not being a super team, man.
According to
Terry Rozier
PER,
would be our second best player.
according to PER,
Have you guys ever seen that Desmond Bain and Edwards just flat surface stat thing?
Who's number 3 in PER?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
number 3 is CJ McCollum.
Okay.
Who's number 2?
Devin Booker, and then 1 is Mitchell. Shooting guards.
Mitchell back in the conversation for best shooting guard, man. It's crazy. The league is so volatile. It's so
They
volatile.
slept, man.
Oh, Booker's better. It's he's playing with
Okay.
two
SGA is
all-stars.
better than both of them.
Is SGA too?
Sure.
Terry
He
Rozier
can be
and-
whatever
and
he wants.
Edwards?
What is he?
He's a
What
combo.
is he?
Terry
do
Rozier
whatever.
and Edwards comparable this year, Joel? Because their PR is the same.
According to PR.
Okay.
According to PR. Well, that's just showcasing the season Rozier's having, though. He's having a
been
legit
hooping his
all-star
ass off,
year.
yeah.
And that's why I think this is such a big boost for the Miami Heat.
They didn't give up anything. Like that's the
Gave
thing.
up
You
a
give up
protected
nothing and you
first,
gain a
Kyle
lot.
Lowry contract. That's it.